Hey, been in? Yeah, man, the hype is real. I've still got some things I'm tweaking with, but we're getting there. Doesn't look like my emotes are authorized yet, but they should. Hopefully soon. I'm just toying with a couple of things. So like, I've got these point things now. So if you go down to the bottom of the chat, it says dreams. There we go. Hey. Yeah, it comes up with a thing called dreams. I'm gonna make you really big because you're the first sub. You killed me. So you are now the new boss. Dreams of Beans. I've put you in VIP, so you should have like a few extra things. I might up you to mod as well. See kind of how it goes and what happens. But yeah, man, hype. The emotes aren't there at the moment. Can you see the dreams thing with the stuff you can buy? I've added one where you could pay. You could use 2,000 points to make me lose my glasses for 10 minutes and stuff like that. It's quite funny. It's in the same thing with the highlight. If you go down the list, there's like loads more stuff that you can do. So at the bottom, there's like a little circle thing. The little circle thing that says dreams on it, and you'll have like a amount of points. I'm not sure how many you'll have, and they you get them just by like watching, and they sometimes appear. It's like a completely random thing. But yeah, you get like points, and then it's like you can use them to like highlight your message, like you've done. There's loads of other stuff, like suggest a poll. I've put one to like you can pick names for the characters that I'm going to use. Pick my next game. Play without glasses. You can make it so you pick a word that I can't say for 5 minutes. Stuff like that. And I think you can like request more as well. Pretty cool. So yeah. I'm gonna affiliate hype. Yeah. Now's where now where's the OnlyFans? Hey man, I've got to get affiliate sorted. Right. Something I do need to do is that's done, that's done, that's done. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what. So, never mind. If it comes to me, it will return. Oh, come on. Redeemed hydrate. Hydrate. Drink, drink, drink. Come on, work. Okay. Work. This has happened the last couple of times where the piece. Yeah, there we go. We're in. We are in. So, welcome back once again to more VLR. As I have been saying, we hit affiliate yesterday. Yes. So all that stuff is being implemented. I've implemented most of it that I realise I can. I'll be adding more bits and probably doing a bit of stream overhaul soon as well. I'm planning on starting a YouTube soon as well, where I kind of like I'm gonna do sort of like basically upload the playthroughs, but they'll be like cut and just a bit nicer. So I'll do that at some point, I promise. But it's all like in the process. Um, so yeah, onwards and upwards from here is the dream. So yeah. So take that. Da-da. It's in American dating, which obviously doesn't make any sense. And of course, that didn't work. That that part, like the way the thing works. Have things. Oh, that. Wait, what? That's not right. That's not right at all. Tier 1 subs, you absolute bay. Thanks a lot, bird. Just need to work out what's happened with my alert box. It's not brilliant. Um, there we go. I was playing around with some themes and it completely just made everything hit the fan. And I thought I sorted it out, but it's like I might. Get there. Get there in a moment. Right. Yeah, glory. Nothing. It's just kind of a table. Just gonna try and double it so we go onwards and upwards. She's getting affiliated. Highly appreciated, bird. I'm well chuffed, to say the least. I've got like things planned for it. It's just all work in progress. I'm currently just trying to work out um of issues that have came up with me changing some settings. Um. Don't call me George. Thanks a lot for Don't Call Me George for the sub. Absolute bay. Uh, eh. Thanks a lot, man. Go. Boots up. It should hopefully. It's gone to the wrong one. That was the one we need. Beaning's getting absolutely beaned. Hey, we're back. A little big, but we're back. What's the HP thing? So the HP thing is it's called a stream boss. So if you sub, you can become a stream boss, and basically as people follow, interact, the health goes down. It was myself until I hit affiliate, and then when the points made it so I hit affiliate, it basically flipped itself on its head, and it chose Beanin because he was the first subscriber. Basically just means you can bully people in a obviously a nice way. Just a bit of fun. Okay, I think working now. Sweet. Yeah, cool. At least it's something to start with. I'll play with that a bit more, but at least we're kind of back where we were. Out, it being an issue. Sweet. So, John is Bay. Good old John. I think that, unfortunately, I think that was from the random me testing stuff. I wish it was true. I think that was just the testing one. Cool. Right. Let's crack on. Everything's working again. Yeah, looks like it. Doesn't spaz out. Save. I'm finally getting my head around all this randomness. John is real. John is always real in our hearts. Don't take John away from me, please. Okay, so last time we did things. We finished this route. We got another. We sort of hit a few locks. Got Clover's ending, where we found out about her secret agentness and her from the last game, which unfortunately, by the looks of it, means Alice isn't some super power Egyptian goddess, just some normal person who is like a secret agent, but fair. So we're very, very close to sort of hitting the next load of stuff. Of course. So yeah, there's some locks that have started to free up now, so we can carry on. But we're not going to do any of that until kind of done this section here. Then once we've done that section, we'll start routing through everything else. There's a chance we might finish today, but I remember last time when we got to the end part of 999, it then took me 8 hours. Unfortunately, I kind of need to be off by... I need to be off in like 3 hours-ish. So, it's kind of... We'll just see how far we get. I'll put a pin in it, and then I'll do another stream where we sort of smash it out. So, if we get to a point where I feel it's a good time to stop, I think we will. But we'll see how it goes. Cool. So, we stopped yesterday just after we got to the Nonary game.
Time's almost up.
The next...
Come on, Luna.
Right.
Yeah, the next Apex game. Apex game? A B game, except we're going against Dio. Dio has blackmailed us to basically, if we give him enough points to escape, he's going to give us the medicine for the kid. But if that happens, there's a chance I'm going to die. If I don't do that, it means the kid's going to die. So really, there's only one answer to what to do in this situation. So they head off at a trot towards the second room from the right, and we're soon out of sight. All right, Clover, time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
I sighed to myself and headed towards the leftmost AB room. The Ambidex game will now begin.
What are you gonna do?
Don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. Going to choose ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you? You got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chooses ally and we choose betray, then you have 9.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine
That's
back.
why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Accelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if we pick betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
When I realised what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran towards the voting machine. No, stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength. Get down, yo.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess it was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
Says the crazy murder woman from the first game. Woman who's
10
betrayed
seconds
me
remain
multiple times during this
until
own game as
Ambidex
well.
game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
I'm going to choose ally, purely because I know it's going to be a stupid thing and I'm guessing he's just going to get out, or I'm going to die, which would be very interesting within itself.
Round
Just
2
music's very
of the
emotional.
Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. For several moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed towards the result screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Yeah. I'm gonna die!
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Wrecked.
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I felt their weight but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. Ooh. Just sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, I felt my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You keep your promise, goddammit. I groaned with a Herculean effort, lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle. Whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio, then at last. A smudge of colour faded into a recognisable person. I threw my hand out in front of him. Give it back. Give it to me. The medicine.
Give it back? Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Alexsphere. It's in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it right now?
Yeah.
I kept my promise. Now you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Alexsphere. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
The shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it towards me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably Alexsphere. Axlavir. Axlavir? It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out towards her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to the floor.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
First is the Soparil, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Sopril has injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant flowed in. About 4 minutes has already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. 5 minutes I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up to the very end. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, had a solution. There was always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. So I had to think. If there's a way out, I would find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. Oh, and I know this one because we found it. It's in, like, the lab? There's the anti-death stuff, isn't there? "5 minutes alive." Yeah, there's that stuff that you can inject yourself with to counteract the poison. Oh, do you know that one? Okay. Last branch. Last normie branch. I actually expected just to die there. Me be determined to live. Yep. Have the argument again, and this time betray. Yeah, I've unlocked quite a few ones now. This is the last branch on the original playthrough, and then it's going through the locks, which we'll be doing literally after this last route. It's going to be nice. I think I'm going to go number order, so like that's 1, 2. I think I might try and go through that way. It probably makes the most sense, right? Yeah, Dio's just seems to like open up so many. Have you got Dio's ending now? Clover and I walked slowly out the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before I could make eye contact. I'm going to see Kay's tomorrow, then I'm going to Dio's. Fair play.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
I've only been given 1 password so far that I am at least aware of. Like I said, the rest have been storyline locks. I do have 1 password, this thing. I haven't got anything else yet.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, alright? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too. It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Is Alice alive in this one? I keep losing track of which ones Alice kills herself on and doesn't. Yep. Yeah, get wrecked, Dio. No murdering me up this time. Though Kay now has enough.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose Betray.
So you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma, what are you talking about?
We found the Alaxsphere in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
Thanks for that input, Clover.
What? You mean he has it right now?
Nah, I don't have it. Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew exactly what he planned to do. No, don't. I leapt towards him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it to the ground.
No!
How to get yourself murdered? You're still locked in like a place with like all these other people who now hate him. You bastard.
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chose an ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
I had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard. Rawr! I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward. Only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was fine.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
What do you mean?
Look at the number 9 door.
Kay was indeed standing in front of the door. What is he? His BP is 9. Suddenly, we were all running towards Kay and the number 9 door. Kay, man. I like Kay, but then he just occasionally does stuff like this. What the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed. But you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
What an arse. Dio charged at Kay, but the large man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Okay. So here we are. We are now at post game. I don't know how long this will take, but we'll go as long as I can. As long as I can. If it looks like we're getting to a certain point and I don't have long left, I'll stop because I don't want to like rush it or anything. So we're going to start with how can Phi and K be saved with lock number 1. Shit, they're not
Maybe
here.
they did go through the door, like Kay said.
The Quark's
Or-
bracelet? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough of it from Dio. Gotta be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then you, Kay, and Quark and I are the only people still alive here.
Hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but
You heard a noise and turned.
I apologize for keeping you.
did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but...
Huh?
Best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
What?
Oh, of course, the smashed bracelet, yeah. What the
I
hell?
assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no
I
point.
can't say for sure, but if I were to guess...
Oh yeah, so this is the one where Dio was trapped in a pod,
Chromatic doors have opened.
locked in a pod, and then someone strangled him. Well, no, they've removed the oxygen from the thing, haven't they?
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will...
Oh no, shit. We're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
Ooh, tell you something we'll quickly do. Last parts. Secrets. It's about AB game. About AG game. The penalty. Voting machine. Hazmat suits. Scotch. Type of whiskey made in Scotland. Its unique aroma comes from the peat used in its manufacture. Scotch is Tamioji's favourite drink. He often claims a little scotch to scratch this itch after returning from work, which annoys Quark. Root beer float. A well-known drink made by putting a scoop of vanilla ice cream in root beer, also known as a black cow. Quark has taken to the saying, root beer floats my boat, which warms Tamioji's heart. Bit weird. A floor and B floor, above and below. Oh, the researcher's journal about Radical 6. Already had all this. Jumpy doll. What's that? What's that? That's to do with the last game? Don't you think... Oh, Quark's hat. There's a huge band of wraps around his head, hiding a pair of finger-eat ears. Or maybe he's just a young Lobot. Or just being me and you, he's got missiles in there. The sides of the hat are hiding those pods. Keep snacks in there. Axe spear. Cool. Nothing too interesting there.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? 5 minutes, you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like
But
that.
if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? What kind of monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Arg! God damn it! This is bad. What was I gonna do? I need to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had. Time powers activate.
The first is an anesthetic called Soparil Beta.
The other is a muscle relaxant called tubocurarine. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurarine. I knew it!
Give it back! I found it, so it's mine.
Of course. The antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. I took off running towards the exit. Ooh, we have movement.
Sigma, where are you going?
Stay here, I'll be right back. I bolted out the warehouse towards the treatment room. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on, please have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's pocket until... Aha! Found it. Oh, there's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit, I can't save both of them.
1 minute remains.
1 minute? Shit, why don't use it on me? I spun around and shot out the treatment center.
Three, 2, 1. Chromatic doors.
Wrecked. No, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. This would be the soap oil. We're gonna have a lot of this, aren't we? A lot of wobbly face. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it held my mind in stuff of cotton. Oh, thanks Jazzy, thanks Beanin. Then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No, I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tubocurarine. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. The emotes are being approved, so I don't know how long that process takes. I'm hoping not too long. In my right hand, I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Phi or K? No, wait, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Me! Phi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, K's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, K. I summoned as much energy as I could and dragged myself towards Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. No time to waste. I pressed my gun to her arm and pulled the trigger. The robot's called K. Oh, right,
Sigma.
fair.
What the hell did...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
I'd never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
guess you got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die? How about something more tender?
No. Screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you. No goddamn way. I'm not gonna...
The words slurred and slowed, her eyes fluttered close. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sounds of her breathing, and see her chest rise and fall. Okay. I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Oh. There's a hole here in the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in there?
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait, then he... But could he have... It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in here before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
But what if he'd lied? Could Kay have taken the key? How he'd gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter is Kay has been able... Oh, he's opened his armor already. And he had... Holy shit. Then that would mean... Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled towards Kay. Kay, wake up. Come on, talk to me. I grabbed his shoulder and shook until he finally shifted and spoke. Ah! Drink! This one's gonna be a curse for me, innit? Adding that option.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way, so you took the other door. After you went the long way around the warehouse and crew quarters, you headed to the elevator. I bumped into Fire and we went back to lounge to check up on you. We saw you, or we saw your armor. By then you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment center and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen in his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you're in a hurry to get back before Fire and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to 4A, you needed us out the lounge, so you made a little noise to lure us out. Ooh. Then you ran and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Once you were there, you put your suit in again and waited for us. Once we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. Okay, wake up. Something happened. You pretended to wake up, very disorientated and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes, your reasoning is correct. I killed him because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me. I couldn't...
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
Ah, I called it. The old woman's the one who we, find.
She was like mother to me. She showed me how to see meaning in my life. Yes, I am She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Whoa, hold on. What did you mean here?
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention. You cannot forget.
Forget? It wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds?
If you see a lion with two heads devouring the sun, remember these letters. M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I.
Oh, I come up with the thing. M-I-L. K-E-V. O-L-I. Sweet. So that's the password. I need the username as well, don't I?
This will open the second gate.
Milky ravioli. What the hell? Hey Kay, who told you to tell me this? No, who are you? Show me. Show me who you really are. I grabbed hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. Oh. Huh? It's Clover. That's me, in it. It's my face. I felt sharp pain in my left wrist and my body collapsed unceremoniously. Second drug, Tivicurin. Not a time to die. My vision began to blur and my head felt unnaturally heavy. Secret twin? Maybe. The world faded away and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothing. Wait a minute, they keep talking about clones. Is he like a clone of me? Am I the dad? And there's some brain stuff going on. Oh no, we're gonna have a lot of weirdness now, aren't we? There's gonna be a lot of what? Do do do. Ooh, the K end. Okay. Update the scoreboard. They probably have an easier way of doing this, but this works. There we go. Scoreboard updated. Okay. So is that enough to get in here? I need a password as well, don't I? I need a login and password. Lock number 2. This is where Clover is. This is where Clover is threatening to murder everyone because she believes she murdered. She believed we all murdered Alice. Yeah, that's it. One dead Alice.
Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Cool it, kid.
You did it.
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover, don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please.
It's been a murder.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards!
Oh my god, she's frowning for once.
You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
8, 7,
Clover!
6, 5, 4,
Clover!
3, 2, 1!
Time powers. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No.
The achievement that I've got is just, I can't believe it's not murder.
No, there's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well...
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes, I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
So she could have taken the scalpel then?
Yes, I think so.
You're lying. This is all a lie. It has to be.
It's not murder? Oh.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself. Just tell me the truth. Then prove it. Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Vi, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Do you take a look? Where's she gonna hide a journal? Where? In the necklace? Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. In Carefully, she drew something out. There it was, the journal. Vi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin. But translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216. Huh? Turn it to page 216. Someone paid fart for 200 bit for 100 bits. Fair enough. You should be able to read that one. Vi's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page, looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page.
I wondered what that was.
How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
Brilliant. Well, at least that works then. Thank you. Thank you.
You just knew.
I just knew.
Come on.
Ah. Clever wants to hear what it has to say, right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of root of 1/6. Ah, more hydrate. What have I done? What have I done? I've almost drank the whole bottle. Research has shown that it'd probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The uninfected only barely managed to survive and have been sent into underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyoji, and now the journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed on the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pair, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As she spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pair.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover, the Avenger. Clover stood up, rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks, and with a determined frown, she strode out the room.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Alright, Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner,
Yeah,
right?
can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, would be stuck in the AB room. Okay, let's go. I'll see the rest of you once you picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Done.
Quark, you're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Tomioji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tomioji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tomioji didn't even notice his face was a mixture of happiness and relief. I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of the usual gruff Soyotism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tomioji deserved a few minutes. I let them alone. Awkward. At last, Tomioji seemed to recover, shifted from embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for? You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
Hey, Quark, you've been passed out for like the whole game. You shut up. I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the White Doors. Got the feeling Tomioji didn't want Quark to know about the Radical Six, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death is something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, we got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. Quark for death, please. I kind of preferred him when he was asleep.
chromatic doors have opened. Five minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake!
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing, and everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry!
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kate and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry it up, Phi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Director's office. The password, the ID and password. Ooh. What's this
Probably
place?
the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's
Maybe.
office.
Or maybe not.
Well, which
Why
is
the
it?
hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started. Business card holder. Okay. Okay, this ain't making any sense at the moment. Up door. Oh, hydrate. You were supposed to stick some in there? The computer. Greek myth or something. Looks like it's ID and password. The keyboard doesn't seem to be working. Okay. How convenient. What's this? Facial recognition device. How'd you know that? I'm in the salvage business. Every so often one of these babies shows up. Doesn't look like it's turned on. Something in the right... Yeah, keyhole there. A balloon. Wait, Quark's 20. Oh, I was about to say. Screw that kid. Slingshot. And... say stuff like that. Being in a room with a headless suit of armor is creepy enough. Spear. Let's see. Nope. Might as well give it up. Let's see. We'll do something else. We can always come back to it later. It's a thing. Cheap brandy. Tablet that doesn't work. Bucks. Literature and the song books. Safe. Oh, they use a different door lock, like thing. Okay, so I need to know what colours do it. Globe. Let's go. What's it talking about? What globe? Ooh. Screen. Starting up. Expensive brandy. I'm guessing this is for the cheap brandy because the other one's got letter on it. Oh well, putting this fancy on the coaster didn't seem to do anything. Alright, we used the other brandy. Ooh, we got a square. Globe. Ah, well, there we go. Do that now. This has quite obviously got to go here. These gonna matter. Three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we got this now, so we can do this. Starting to reuse things now. White to green. It's not even white to green. White to blue. Green to pink, yellow to purple. Then green to pink, yellow to purple. Okay. I did that wrong. It's green to pink. Yellow to purple. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So, green to pink. Yellow to purple. It's here, it's this bit, it's got a bit. Yeah. Did it. A binder and a deer, of course. Business cards. Okay, we can now do that. Whatever that is. Read it in a sec properly. There. Maybe the deer. Oh, who would have thought? That's an E. Don't know what's going on there. That's a square. That's a balloon. Let's try this then. Chris, John. Chris, John. Tony, Ian, Michael. Carol likes being on the left, and Anne prefers to be near Bob. Carol says to be near the left, and prefers to be Bob. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Yeah, it's there. Sophie likes to be on the very right, and Kate likes to be next to Michael. Sophie likes to be on the right, Kate likes to be Michael. But something. That book. Something 3-4. Book. Something 3-4. That's ruined everything. Oh, Chris, John. Let's check these. So, Bob, Chris, John, Tony, Ian, Michael. Carol likes being on the left. Ellen likes to be above Carol. Oh, Anne prefers to be near Bob. Near Bob. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Sophie would like to be on the very right, and Kate next to Michael. Alright, with it. So it's that side. So there's Lola. Buck. Yeah. I think this is right. Let's take a look on the other side. Oh yeah, it didn't show me the other side. Buck 334. I get it, I get it, I get it. I have a brain. $4. $3. $3. Ah, H. It's a H. H-E something O. Ooh, what's this? What's that over there? No. That's got a diamond hole on it, hasn't it? Spare time. Key. Facial recognition. Key. Well, the light on the top turned on. Looks like you managed to turn it on. Now what? Why don't you give a face to look at? One of ours? Yeah. Damn, none of our faces work. Face not recognized. Gender mismatch. Maybe it's saying that it needs to be a girl. There's only 3 of us and none of them are women. Well, maybe if we dress Quark up like a girl. No way. Why don't you dress up? Just thinking about that is making me want to puke. Besides, do you see a wig or makeup or anything around here? How would any of us dress up like a woman anyway? Dude, you totally want to do it. No, I don't. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe... Do you have an idea? Can't hurt to try. It's definitely worth a shot. How long has he had that in his pocket? Looks like a piece of paper. No, it's a picture. Oh yeah, I remember him looking at it in the infirmary. Ooh, boy. Secret doors. There's something in there. The recognition worked. Oh, it's a carny. Why is a cut? Is that his dad? Of course, Akane has something to do with this, because she just keeps messing things up. So what? She's got to be like his daughter or something. Her name is Akane Kurosaki. I've been looking for her for a long time. Because holy shit! Is that Junpei? If it was that simple. Oh god. See, you talk to it. So we never... What is going on? So, it's already hinted at that we're in the future. He knows about this. Okay. It's not about love. I'm not a goddamn romantic. Okay, okay. You don't want to talk about her, I get it. Box says it's a picture of Temoji's first love. Arcane Kurosaki. I can't say I blame Temoji for falling back when he was younger, since she's a cute kid. Why is she always getting involved with this shit? Damn. Right, I've lost my trail of thought now. I need to find out what's going on. Helmet. Yeah. Gonna go to the wall. Ooh. Battery. There's a P. What's that? You think it's an eye? I don't think so. I think it's a target. Yeah, you're supposed to shoot it. Slingshot. Oh. With mine bullets. Mine bullets. Help. Yeah. So it's help. Okay. Put the battery with that. Type in help. Itchy arm. Help. Yeah. So this is the breakout screen. So now we've got to think outside the box to get the archive screen. Ooh, something's on here. Move the triangles and squares to get the shape you need. Let's give it a shot. Oh my god. What am I doing with this? Oh, wait a minute. That, we're making that, aren't we? an idea so I don't mess it up. Unless I mess up the sketch. Build a Triforce. They don't snap or anything. This is horrible, this one. Right. Is there any easier way? Am I being too much about this? Do I just like angle them all a bit? Oh, for... This is awful. I'm assuming I've just got to make the shape. But the setup for it's really bad because it's like not... It doesn't seem to like do anything that makes sense. If you gotta rotate them all like this, this is gruesome. This one. Like, do they have to be exact? Is this gonna fail me if it's not like perfect? Nah, it's not gonna work. God damn it, Beanon. Didn't have to be that exact. I hope so. Oh. Thanks a lot for gifting some subs there, Beanin. Highly appreciated, man. You king among men. How many gifted subs before OnlyFans? Dude, just, you know, ask nicely and it's all yours. Dude, if I start an OnlyFans, that's the day like OnlyFans just collapses. I do that? Ah. I'm overthinking it, but aren't I? Right. Is it something about overlapping, like? You can't let them overlap. Brilliant. Right. So let's start with them corners. A corner there, and we've got a corner up here. No, it's there, so it's that way. Yeah. Ah! It's out of my brain! MC server is rigged. Oh, really? What happened? What did you do? never is just blackness. Have you still been going on it a bit? I haven't been on that server for a while. Building farms, mining and crafting. Yeah. Am I missing something? I have to do it, aren't I? I think it's working out that angle. Right, I'm just going to do it and build from one side. So... that? Take up too much room, maybe? Just knowing how big it needs to go, like, does it need to be 2? It's a very tiring puzzle when you don't look the answer up. I can imagine. This one's a bit weird, like, normally, like, locks or gives you a bit more. They fitted in that square and go down a bit longer, maybe. This one. I think the worst part of it is it's not knowing how big it actually needs to be. That doesn't count, does it? Oh. It's a rectangle, not a square, isn't it? I think I've been too busy trying to make a square. So maybe if I try a bit longer. Stupid squares. Without going too small. Still not gonna work. Wait a minute. Wow. Nope. That way, maybe? Like, stick that there. Right? Maybe? Oh, wait. Stick that there. It doesn't seem right though, like it's off, but I wonder if I can get away with it. That way. Kinda right. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. I think that's why you're trying to make it too perfect, and it's like, oh, it actually doesn't need to be. Sweet. LLIILP. Oh, this will be password. Oh, rubbish password as well. Yeah. Yeah, that puzzle was horrible. Like, maybe one of the worst ones, because it's like all the others kind of like give you a bit of feedback if you like doing it in the right direction or something. That one was just like, now you're on your own. Just on your own. No, what I'm gonna do. I forgot the bit. I just looked the answer up because it was such a pain. Yeah, I do not blame you. That one was horrible. It's because it doesn't actually fit in the space as it it's trying to make you out to, so it doesn't look right. You kind of just have to go ham with it and try it. We don't want to do secrets yet. I finish the route. Oh my god. Ooh, that's a tasty route. Broke it. Star, moon, sun. Sweet, we've only got one more left. So we've got a star. And a key. Let's get out of here. You found it.
No! Damn it!
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
What was it?
The picture. Ugh, how could I forget it?
Oh yeah, we must set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah, I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come with you.
Nah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Alright, I'll see you two later.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
I watched them jog off towards the blue door. And then they were gone. This should be getting better. There we go. I stepped into the warehouse to find all other teams already there. Bankai and Luna, Vi and Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You see?
What an arse.
I can be considerate.
Dude, come on. But Emoji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real
And they'll
quick.
be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we investigated. Fortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything and were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. I've almost drank the whole bottle thanks to you, mate. Ah, what a silly one, I love it. There's like other things as well. Gotta stay hydrated, yeah man. Oh, hydro homies. That discussion exhausted, we sat down to work. For long, 20 minutes passed, go over the door. Emoji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
What? No one asked for your input, Clover. Look, I'm going to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right, see you guys later. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. Please don't all be dead. Why does everyone have to keep being dead? Director's office. That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone though. Emoji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. They must take the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of a long way around. It's like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Oh, well, this is a huge waste of time. Shoot, might as well head back, I suppose. Is everybody going to be murdered again? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. Where's that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and headed cautiously towards it. The machine was in arm's reach. I stretched my hand out towards it, slowly. Who's that dude?
You finally made it. I am Zero. I was the one who brought you here.
Why does he look like a Final Fantasy villain?
You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Yeah. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided it was spectacularly futile, and kept my balled fist at my side.
Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites.
What?
In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair.
We're limited time and now he's rambling about rubbish.
This is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully. Have you ever seen a termite mound?
No.
They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds. Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well, that's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people.
I really don't understand that termite thing. Like, what? Okay. So basically, we're Lego.
I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you.
Ooh.
It is the password to...
Humans equals termites. That's simple.
Ready?
Fair.
I will only say this once, so pay close attention. The password to disarm the number one bomb is BQZ, RGJ, DXR.
BQZ. RGJ. DXR. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? Yeah, I've noted the bombs. If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately. I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear. I found myself yelling at MTR. Hologram had disappeared. Yes, we've got password for bomb 0 and bomb 1 now. And another password, which I'm guessing is for that computer. But I need like a logging as well. What kind of idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? I kicked out a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Or maybe that's a bomb. The Milky Boy. It didn't tell me what for.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any...
Ah, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point of staying here. I spun around and ran out the room towards the warehouse.
Grandpa! Look! Mr. Sigma's back!
It's for the computer. Fair enough.
Took you long enough.
I just need that's either the ID or it's either for the password. Just need either off of it.
In the AB rooms.
Yep.
Why didn't you two? You've been waiting for me?
Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round. That's it.
Yeah, tell me that no matter what. Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out. Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You'd get to 9 whether you've got 2 or 3
Exactly.
points.
That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
Betray. Yeah, because we don't want them to get out. True, but you must consider that I'll choose betray. That could mean you choose betray to
That's
protect
why
yourselves.
we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm. Of
Can I
course.
trust you? Alright, tell me one more thing. Let's say we do this and both ally, everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you, but I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the
I
lurch?
can guarantee it. I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear too. I promise.
So all you've got is a
When
promise,
I make a
huh?
promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please! You've got to trust us!
Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain
Yeah, don't trust
until
Quark.
Ambidex game polling closes.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally!
No!
You promised!
No! With that, they turned and ran into the AB room a second from the right. I need a toilet now. Guess I should get moving.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Much closer to 9 and choose Betray. Yeah, Betrayal is a good bet.
Please! You've gotta trust us! You've gotta choose Ally! You promised!
Tomoji, I could betray you easy enough, but Quark? What the hell was I gonna do? Like, why do I care about Quark so much?
Until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7,
Definitely Betray.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, get wrecked. Like, why would I give them the extra points when I can get more? If they said they're gonna wait, they can wait another turn.
Of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Trays all round. Oh no, not there. Cheeky! Cheeky little nippers. Cheeky. Why would they?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What if that has 11? Hey, what's
Quark
the deal?
had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose Betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing? I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
Clover!
The number 9 door.
Fuck, she opened it.
Ugh! Why?
Clover, wait!
Clover, what the hell do you think
I'm
you're
going
doing?
to call the others. I'll get justice for Alice.
Justice, wait, do you mean... Oh, she still thinks we all killed her.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Clover, you fucking donut.
Time for me to go. No! Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Thing is, the door's already been opened now, so... Like, even if she decides not to, it's still done, innit? As Theo leapt at Clover, his fist raised, Clover easily avoided him and moved towards the door.
Goodbye.
I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. What a pick. What's happened with the weather for the first time in months?
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors, escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I was just doing it to screw over them two. Realised they were going to screw over me and then Clover gets out. That's probably the worst ending. At least when I die, I don't have to, like, go on with the realisation that I let Clover live. Strangely enough, because of the hydro button, I need the toilet. I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. Oh, wait. Now I'm back. Welk has become the new stream boss. Guessing it's from the thing. They've been getting taken out massively on this. Love it. Man, I don't know why. This game just hates itself. There we go, we're back. Okay, let's now ally with them and watch them betray us. That seems to be the theme on this. Now we can watch all three of them leave. And be left here.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be
Beanins
displayed.
gifted another sub, you absolute babe, man. Thank you very much.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
My health. Dude, my plan is just to murder all my viewers. And betrayed me. Never saw that coming.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell, guys? Why'd you betray
Clark had
me?
nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Temioji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
What? So you're not gonna leave?
Not what I said.
Worky little shit. Definitely.
Of course we're going to leave. Look, see Clover over there?
Oh, cheeky. We're gonna leave, but we're not gonna pull the handle.
Oh no.
Jeez.
That bit!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Temioji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Like hell, I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Temioji.
Say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah. No point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? It's Quark.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Quark,
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. Looked down to see 2 paces of folded paper.
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
Pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Then he turned and ran towards the door, Temioji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them, before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
No, Temioji, tell me who? Who? Ah. Don't like this game. I think one thing that I've learned, if I was actually put in this situation, I would either just go full murdery, but also why keep things to your chest?
This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Shit! They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still highly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing, and I began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow we managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard on him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if you didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. Guess I was kind of a pain, huh? We didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small. He was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark, A quark is a really small thing, and I was really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled off and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. I think that was like, oh no, I left the door open and you accidentally fell out. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt either. Then when I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but I eventually got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. So this is to their like modern timeline after this Radical 6 apocalypse. You had to know which parts were useful or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how was it supposed to work and how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theatre. The theatre came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go a few weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted till I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town trying to find someone who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mum, and he had asked her if he would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone actually lived with his actual mum was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did he mean that he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled and he'd brag to everyone how he had a mum. He'd like to come up to me when I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." What a dick! I'd never bothered me before, but after I found out Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to a bar in our neighbourhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When he got in, he just walked up to the counter with the grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's going to make me work here, but I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on the stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off it. It seemed really high to me, so I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realised the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realise what it was. A root beer float. I'd never seen one before, I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. There it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float, still wasn't sure if it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I just... why has he written all this? And I just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. It's not an exaggeration, I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious. What made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked at him, he was smiling. I know that's got to be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he'd found me and adopted me or not. He brought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but never had tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good until the fight. I was super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes in the morning and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I'd brought back, explaining why they're all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care." Then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building. By then, I'd started to calm down and think maybe I should go back and apologise. It started to rain pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. Well, that was just an excuse. The truth was, I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy grey sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. Ah, hydrate. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided that it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard someone groaning. At first I thought I should ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled, he opened his eyes a little bit, he smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He spent all night in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long he collapsed. It was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever good God might be listening that if they'd only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anyone left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on Grandpa. So a week later, his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but also a little scared. What if he decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologise as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realise he was apologising. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd been able to make it on my own after he was gone, or maybe he'd been a little too strict. Of all the things I'd worried about, had been as stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologise, but when I opened my mouth I just started crying. I don't think I've ever cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regret adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. When he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. It was then I decided I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't. I think he's Junpei. And he turned into a little bitch. Nah, he's not too bad, but... Like, why would Junpei give up everything for that? That's mad. Oh, we got an ending. Temioji end. Eggs go brrr. Temioji ending was really weird. Like, it was just like, yeah, this is about him. Which, I get why it's his ending, but like... Yeah. It's all going to come together in a really crazy way, innit? It updated. I like it when things work. Okay, what time are we on? I could probably do another cheeky ending, maybe. Let's have a look. Where are we? I think you know what? I'll call it there for today. And I'll be back probably middle of next week, back to normal streaming times. So next Wednesday? Maybe Wednesday, if not Thursday. And we will completely smash the rest of the game. Even if it takes couple more. That'd be great. Yeah, no, TY for the subs and stuff being in. TY to everyone else who's viewing and interacted and stuff. Like I said, I'm hoping to start getting some cooler stuff and tweak the stream settings a bit. Now I'm affiliate, there's a bit more I can do. My emotes, I'm waiting for them to be approved. Once they're approved, we'll be able to start using them. If anybody has any ideas or requests for emotes, I'm happy to give them a try. And yeah, catch you soon. Let's love. Wait, sir.